press the buttons. That's fine.
No.
Why for that? But he's getting to the point.
It's crazy.
That's not why.
Huh?
Don't do that. No, you're
I can't do a Gabs.
Why. That's not why, bro.
Yeah, he was.
That's not why.
He was.
You
Bare
tried
stuff.
to wipe me. We're not doing that, bro.
Getting to the point.
See, and you say it and you're smirking.
No, what you said.
I don't know
what
about
you
that
said
one.
before was crazy.
What did you say before, Gabs?
I can't remember. I can't remember what I said before.
Yeah, really can't.
Crazy, man. Something about whip or something like that.
Hey, yo.
No, you. Wow. Hey, this is let's get this cracking. It's episode 170 of this short. This is episode 170 of the Different Shorts podcast with myself, Reese.
170, bro.
Who do you have in studio to my right?
Drinks.
I'm behind the camera,
Gabriel.
and that's it. I'm joking. I was not really feeling well today.
Wish you well, bro.
I think when he's back to school, them little nasty kids are just sneezing on people. It's going to happen, and
That season as well.
yeah, when people are coughing, you're looking at them like, bro, is that the Rona? Is that the vid?
My eyes just came back from Paris. I should be worried about bed bugs.
Listen.
My friend said her brother's office had to shut down. But
I told you, people don't bathe their skin, bro. Like, you see, when you
crazy.
before we even start podcast properly, yeah, when you come back from holiday, for example,
Yeah.
what you do with your suitcase?
See, but I haven't been to many holidays where I use a suitcase.
Or your bag? What about you, Mark?
my bag,
Yeah, your bag, your suitcase. What do you do with your suitcase?
my suitcase, I clean that shit out.
Everything goes right into the garden. Flick
How
out.
do you do that?
Flick out, brother. Flick out everything. Everything get flick out.
Swear.
Yeah. Ingrained in us. Everything gets flick out.
Never done that before in my life, but at the same time,
Yeah,
last
but
time I went on
holiday-
holiday by myself was like, not by myself, but at secondary school. I don't believe in holidays, you know.
Or breaks.
You say you don't believe in
I
holidays.
don't believe in
break?
breaks.
Oh, but okay, seeing another country then.
That I'm crazy because I believe like there's so much work to be done. I
You
don't
deserve
like
one.
to feel as if like
Yeah.
I don't feel as if I deserve a holiday.
I was like that until the other day.
I wouldn't say deserve. Sometimes
Everyone needs
you
that
need
mental break.
you
Yeah,
need
no,
a
that's the
mental
thing.
break.
My concept is 100% tapped. Like it's definitely, I'm definitely tapped for this. Like for example, like we can be doing a shoot for a whole day, right? And on the day, I won't eat or drink nothing, and I would probably not even sleep.
That's why your thing was fruity.
Facts, but But I'll be ordering food for everyone: pizzas, sushis, drinks for everyone.
But ain't
And
you
then-
hungry or thirsty?
Nah, because
gonna
for me
go.
it's like
Your brain's just
my
locked in.
brain is on getting the work
Gabs,
done.
that's not good, man.
But no, you know what it
Health-wise,
is?
that's not good.
Health-wise, it's not good, but at the same time,
There's no but.
There's a thing.
You
for
need
it.
fuel.
There's a thing for it. So you know, like when you're starving,
Your body
it forces
eats
your
off it,
brain. It forces your brain to be more alert. It forces you to be more alert. So every exam I had in college, for example, I didn't sleep, I didn't eat. I don't believe in eating before doing anything big because I need to pay 100. That's crazy. That's mad. Fuck. That's insane.
Continue, sorry.
But yeah, like I just believe like especially when that's crazy. That's mad. Nah, that's mad.
Starve yourself in it,
this
guys,
wife,
man,
this
before you
wife thing
eat.
is crazy, man. But yeah, you know what it is, and especially when I'm the point of contact throughout the whole day for the majority of people. So I'm the guy everyone comes to. Oh, this is the problem. This is the problem. I need this. I need that. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I need to just stay alert. So eating, I can't afford to just eat and. Then imagine like my stomach starts acting crazy or I feel tired.
What, start doing rapper palm palm?
Pom,
we
pom.
don't- You see, when you go on holidays, do you take anti-sickness pills with you?
I don't get sick.
Yeah, I don't get-
swear.
I don't like flying.
I've never been ill
So for
on a
me-
holiday.
Really?
I don't like flying anyway, yeah. So I think for me it's more if I can get through the flight, I'm fine. And then when I went to land in Mykonos, the plane where the airport's like at the top of like the mountain kind of thing, yeah. So the wind up there is crazy. So as it was about to touch down, the pilot didn't like the wind speed, so literally went. I'm talking about like you're literally like we're like this close off the ground.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope, went right back up. My stomach went to pop. I said,
Aye.
Jesus Christ, stomach was Harlem shaking.
Yeah, nice.
Landing, I hate landing,
I
man.
put my head between my legs in the tight seat. I was like, oof, I can't.
Is I know how it is in Nigeria. What backyard? is there an issue with like water? So you
No.
see in Nigeria,
No.
you can't drink water from the tap.
No, you can do it. The only
You
time,
have to, yeah.
So, only time I've ever had that as an issue was when we go to certain countries, like I think Greece, years ago when we went to Mali and that, people were really like, be careful with drinking tap water and whatever. So
Yeah.
we always bought bottled water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the Caribbean, Jamaica's fine. Like,
Yeah.
by the-
Swear.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
That's crazy.
I thought you knew this, but yeah.
Oh no, because obviously that's years ago for me. I was a kid. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
So-
of course.
Alright. Before, how are you?
Right.
So we're in the same mode then.
Yeah.
Gabriel, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't lie. I'm blessed.
Have you eaten?
I haven't, no.
Crazy. Never had a man ask me
I
how
haven't.
he eaten before. You know? First time ever.
Hey, you've got to look after, look
I get asked.
after people, innit?
The man ask me that all the time. Well, when I live with my guys, like, have
Yeah,
you
okay,
eaten
different.
today? Alright, cool. Let's order
Don't worry, man.
something.
It's not like Mark. You're not DM, man. It's fine. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Alright, cool. Why did you push on that?
Because, hey, the person that DM'd Kadia or didn't even notice Kadia about I needed this
yeah.
before my
Alright,
release
alright, yeah.
should be saying
Whoosh.
nothing.
Oh man,
Whooshin.
it's crazy. You know what? I wouldn't even have clocked. Kadia clocked it. I think Kadia's just got a dirty mind. Because to be fair, I would have left it. I wouldn't have realised what I said.
No, if any of us read that,
You think you would have realised it? This is the release I need before I go to
Listen,
bed.
ex-Benedict, you would have got cook up.
Nah, I missed it. Even I went back and I tried to think, what's she talking about? And then I was like, oh my gosh. Alright,
I
cool.
would
I
have cooked
see
you.
it.
I would have cooked you.
Release.
I would have said, my brother, delete the message right now.
It's
If I screenshot
crazy.
it, delete it right now. I'm gonna laugh at
crazy,
you. Message
man.
right now. I would have pre-warned you first. I would have pre-warned you. Oh, worst thing is, I would have brought up here. I would have delete the message right now. That's what's crazy. Before any of the man them see this, delete the message right now.
Yes. She was like, hey, yo, lol.
I was probably should have put Bomba Club in the All right.
Yeah.
So there's a topic I saw earlier on in the week here, and I think it had a lot of good talking points of it. And for me, it was about taking responsibility. So I'm gonna play the clip, and I want to hear what people's opinions are. That ain't it, Chief. I want to play hear what people's opinions are on the topic here. So give me a second. I'm just loading the topic. Gabriel, I want your opinion first on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a say, please, Richard? Right. Let me just correct some narratives. Since 2009, there were 1.5 million stop and searches because of the outrage by certain sections of the community, normally black sections of the community. That reduced last year to 500,000. Knife crime, gun crime has gone through the absolute roof. Do you know? Let me just correct a narrative, and it's about time someone from within policing told Britain the truth. Black people are not stopped because of the colour of their skin. They are stopped because police follow the statistics. The statistics state that in London, some 70% of all murders are normally committed by young black men on other black men. So the reason why police stop and search so many black suspects is because 70% are responsible, either the victim or the offender, for those crimes. So who does the black community expect us to stop? It's not a point of we'll go 50-50 with a white community. We follow the statistics, and it's about time the black community took some responsibility for the appalling behaviour of some in their community, rather than blame the police and frustrate us because the families that have had somebody murdered plead with us to do something about it when we do, and it's the communities as well that want us to do something about. Other sections of the community frustrate us by accusing us of doing something that we're not doing.
I'm gonna stop it there. Gabs, what's your opinion on that?
If a black person said it will be fine.
So why is it problematic? Why is it problematic? Because the white
But
person.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If a white person said it's problematic, I agree with everything he's saying. I don't know. I think as I've got older, I've kind of learned. As I got older, I've just kind of learned and seen that we've got a victim mentality, and we don't want to hold each other accountable for what we do. We don't want to hold each other account. We don't want to point out the flaws in some of our cultures. Some of our cultures that praise certain behaviors.
Like someone going to jail because they didn't snitch. on the law.
Exactly. Like we don't want to pray. Like even like I'll go as far as saying, so I know in Nigeria, for example, like when like I don't know, people say that he's doing the man. They like that kind of stuff, like someone who's a bit
Bravado.
yeah. Even backyard, When people talk, oh, he's a bad boy, this, that, it's not funny. It's not good because these people grow up to cause trouble, right?
It's funny games until it happens to you, basically.
Until it happens to you. Everything is funny. And I just think our culture is just like that. Black culture in general, we tend to praise certain things that we just should not be praising. We just praise certain things we should not be praising. Girls would say, I want a guy who's the boss. I want a guy who's not the runner, but he's the one telling guys what to do. I want a guy that's bad. I want a guy that's a bit toxic. So, like, if I tell him I'm leaving, he's going to grab me and tell me no until he stabs your neck. And then it's, okay, cool.
Calling the police.
No, I'm going to call... You might not even get a chance to call the police. It might be the end. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I more time I don't even get annoyed when I hear these... Like, when I hear these, like... Europeans talk about us like that because I don't even. They're not. First off, they're not even. I don't expect them to like us. Do you get what I'm saying? But I hold my people accountable. Yeah. We do stupid things. The music we listen to is very, very stupid. The music we make is very, very stupid. The things we praise, the things we rate, it's very, very stupid.
The music argument I've never really pushed because I feel like the music argument only becomes a factor when people want to weaponize it. I think, yes,
True.
There's factors of it of being like, okay, cool, someone heard this and whatever, and he's saying he did this to my man and rah, rah, rah. But I think the music argument always moves from grime to rap to drill. But rock music, where they're growling and they go to those events and it's violent and there's drug abuse, no one ever says anything. So I don't align...
and the festivals they have.
Yeah, even when you go into like... Glastonbury, people die, people are high off drugs, the rest of it. I don't align music being the main cause of tapped behaviour within our community.
It's definitely not the main cause. It's definitely
it could be a catalyst.
It's definitely not the main cause, but music is so powerful and it can be consumed by almost anyone at any age, right? And I think in our community, for example, whenever there's like a gangster rapper, so a King Von, right? King Von only sounds better because he's known to be a murderer. If that makes sense. But if King Von was a snitch, that just won't... Everything he's saying won't sound good.
I think that's how... Okay, so when 6ix9ine first came out, and he had brazy beats and whatever...
Everyone liked him, right?
I liked him. And then I think... I'm not a road person, but I think when everything transpired, even I was looking at...
He was sounding funny now. Now he was...
Like,
yeah.
You was an actor.
Even if you're not living with your rap star, there's still a level of belief you want to believe, whether it's true or not. I think once the belief system disappears, you kind of just like miss me with that.
And so for me, it's like that's the part of the culture that I'm not gonna say, because here's the thing: like I've run recording sessions for artists that, you know, they talk about them kind of things. But I remember there was one day, and I said after this, I was in my group chat, and I said, "There's no way I could promote this." I had a late booking come in, and it was like some guys, and they were like, "Oh, please, I need a booking for today. These times I'm in my bed about to go sleep, but work's calling." I got up and I came here. When I came here, it was two 15-year-olds and a 16-year-old, right? Cool. I'm like, okay, cool. What would you want to record? Gave me the beats, but not only did they give me the beats, they had a USB with all the sound effects they want to use for when someone, when my man gets chinged, add the gunshot when I say my man's name, add the sonic coin and zip it. And
that's crazy.
For me,
I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh.
But I'm listening.
But I can hear it in my head.
I'm listening to this song and they're making it and they're getting into it, and I can see he's visibly possessed, like he's in the zone. Like, yeah, man, when I run up in man's yard, now when I release a track, everyone's going to know what happened. Go ask his mum. Go chat to his mum. Ask her how her face feels. Blah, blah. And he wasn't even on the mic, and he was saying this, pumping himself up. 16, 15, and 15. They had Zip Oyster cards. That's crazy. The time was 12 a.m., 1 a.m. I asked them, have you got school tomorrow? They said, fuck school. Like, bro, I don't know, man. The music does play a part, but yeah, it's not the main factor.
I agree with a lot of things that Gab said, and I look at it in two different ways. I look at it into, our community needs to do a lot more, but also the police still need to do a lot more too. As in, what about the people they pull over and they harass that are innocent?
Exactly.
What about the people that they've killed? And they hold no accountability for it as well.
But I think that I think the two things are conflated.
They are,
So
but
the people that have
his chest was high talking about that. But there's other stuff that you lot have done that you hold no accountability at all.
And they never call each other out when they do something wrong.
It's the boys' club.
If you notice, right, when during an act of like police injustice, so a police officer is roughing someone up, you never see his colleagues say, "Hey, bro, chill, man.
Yeah, chill.
You ain't gotta do it. Relax, bro. He's okay. Chill." Instead, they just
Allow it.
allow it to
Stevie
happen.
Wonder.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, man, I see what Mark's saying.
My take was when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool, this is interesting, because a lot of the things he's saying I agree with, which is we can all be tough and be like, yeah, F the police and black community and rah rah rah, until it's a family member, until
Yeah, of
someone you
course.
care about, until it's a someone robbed your house, you call the police.
They ain't-
yeah?
they ain't
I
doing
said,
shit,
I
but
can
yeah.
understand the nuance of it. I can also understand the nuance of being
harassed,
12,
pulled
to
over.
being, I've never been pulled over, I've been followed.
I've been all of that.
And I had the car I had at my first car was like looked like a boy racer. Like I'll be honest, I got followed from like I've said this to you before from like Shepherd's Bush Road, like Shepherd's Bush Hammersmith, all the way to Wandsworth, straight road.
That's
like,
far.
just followed me.
That's
Showed me
far.
all the
That's
way,
quite far. Yeah.
And I knew they checked my plates. I was driving like a nun, bro. I was shook.
Mm.
Right here, but sorry, visual person. Right here, like 10 and 2 in it. But like even then, I agree with like some of the nuances you said, based on like, okay, cool, I've got brothers and certain behaviors and people being tapped. And we spoke about this last week when we went to the when we did the mental health documentary and whatnot, and being in a room with like-minded black men who were all there for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna act as from a 12-year-old to a 22-year-old to a 32-year-old that my spider senses don't fire and twinge when, pardon me, I walk past someone and their aura feels off.
Mm-hmm.
Had it today. Pardon me, walking home, and I come back from East earlier on, the guy's energy just seemed off. Man, I had to adjust my body just so I could see like
That was me in
where
South
he
yesterday.
was. That was you and where?
South yesterday.
Right, yeah. I had to adjust my body just to see where he was, just in case. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because sometimes you can do the nod, the man are staring at you, or you don't really know what the vibe is. So I'm not gonna get angry at, because he's white, him depicting the image of, okay, cool, we can go off stats, right? Yeah, and yeah, there is black on black crime is a thing. Oh, but no one that talks about white on white crime. I said, but if our community makes up 0.5%, yeah, and we're talking about just crime alone, and we're that high, there's obviously a disconnect for why black men are killing black men or black boys are killing black boys.
You know what my thing as well? I don't care about white on white crime.
It's not part of my
What's
community.
it got to do with me? That's well beyond me. That's just beyond me. I can't do nothing about
Another
that.
question, right? Yeah. You see, you're of age now, so you're
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, 29, yeah.
Yeah, and you're of age. Do you not ever watch the news, yeah, and when you hear a crime, the first thing you're thinking, please don't let this person be black?
I know it's black. I know the person's black.
I know the person's not
Depending
black.
on the
Yeah.
crime.
I know the person's not black.
Depending on the crime.
they
Depends on the
don't-
crime,
if
yeah,
they don't
yeah,
mention
it's
the person,
crazy.
if they don't mention the colour
Yeah.
of the person, I know
Yeah,
the
then
person's
you
not
know it's
black.
not black.
Right,
Yeah.
I've always had this way. For me, I've always had this thing of the community part of me in my brain, because I agree with Collins. There's no community. When there's an atrocity, please don't let this person be black. Because all you're doing is just angling the direction of people. Oh, them black men or them black boys, or you can't have. You know what I'm trying to say? It just pushes the narrative that already exists. If I see an old black lady, oh sorry, would you like to see it? Move out of the way. Oh, thank you. Get off the train. I'm like, oh. You know, I'm trying like, just changing the narrative just a little bit for one person who may feel like.
But let me ask you a question,
Go on.
because who should be held accountable for
I have
for
two
this?
answers to this.
Yeah, like who should be held accountable for the way kids are raised and violent kids becoming violent men, and then because there's a cycle, right? This is what happens, right? What I've noticed is this, and this I don't respect these type of elders as well. So you're terrorist throughout your teens, terrorist like later teens and then early 20s, and then
If
you
you're
couple
mid-20s and you start becoming a voice of the people.
yeah, couple jail trips, and then now you come out. Yeah, man wants to do charities. Stop the knife, like you man, like put the knife down, like youngers nowadays. you man are mad, fam, like.
But
he was on that.
But then to counteract that person's gone through it. So sometimes people that are younger boys that are going through that or just reaching that, they may be able to relate to that
Well,
person
We're
more.
tired of hearing
I
from
know,
people,
I
yeah.
know.
Because
But
they
then for me, a person that's not lived that life, me preaching that, they'd be like,
Do you
I
know?
can't.
No, you know
but
who
there's
should
two things,
preach?
it's
Yeah,
like-
go on.
It is two things.
For
Though.
example, if a man comes to tell me, yeah, if I'm on road and I'm young, yeah, and I'm making a grand five a week,
And someone tells you to go
yeah,
work full
and you're
time
telling me,
in
come off the
McDonald's.
road, go and do something. No, just come off the
Shut
road and
up,
go
yeah,
and do
but
something.
bro, shut
Are you
up, man.
giving me
Yeah, an
an
opportunity.
opportunity which allows me to make the money I was making or
Exactly.
more? You can't take.
That's what
if
I'm saying.
making something, I can't take away something to receive nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it has to make sense. If I'm on road, and
So
I'm
we're
making
saying
money,
there's not enough solutions,
There's not enough solutions. The people within our community.
or they're just saying you should
You know
stop
what?
doing this.
talk for the sake of talking.
Yeah,
about
stop doing
Exactly.
that and don't
Like,
give me solutions.
I'll give you a perfect example. Right? I'm a big believer of joint economics. A lot of the stuff I've been able to achieve in life has been as a result of joint economics. Gathering my boys, gathering people with, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Right? Cool. Here's this Asian guy, opens up a hair shop, makes a mistake, strangles someone, does something crazy. Rightfully so, he's been punished for it. Right? But then I'm seeing he's opened up the shop, and in the morning, grown adults at the shop protesting. Now, my problem is this. Where's your job? That you're there in the morning protesting. Secondly, there's 30 of you. You know what you man can do? Put a grand each and go buy that shop. Put a grand each, put it together and go buy 2 shops.
But
No
they
one
won't.
wants to do
But
that.
then, you see-
Everyone's
But
talking.
then you see the community element of that, yeah. I think, and this is my opinion. People probably can't with Ray as well. I think black people care more about search and destroy than growth.
And that's why we're finished.
When we think about, okay, cool. I'd rather rub out your career. I'd rather rub out what
Yeah,
you do.
we love the
Right,
cancel
yeah.
culture.
But then there's nothing. It's like, okay, cool. And I said this before. BLM, rah, rah, rah. We're gonna protest. We're gonna make noise. We'll have a little murmur, and then we stop. So there's
what we're on.
no complete understanding. We're just going. It's like modern warfare. It's Call of Duty. We're gonna pop.
Yeah, pop,
We're
and
gonna
there's
do
no-
damage,
yeah.
and then we're done.
Look
And
good.
to go back to the question you asked, right? Yeah. It's a mixture. It's a consecutive. It's multiple. It's multiple factors in my opinion, for who are responsible for these kids. Parents.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah. Obviously, in fairness, if you're looking at government systems, they made sure that they want people in certain communities to become single mums and single parents because it means that you can claim with government and the family home is broken.
Yeah.
Like, you go into that one. Governments, parents, and schools. So the 3 things which you are pivotal in anyone's life.
When you say
growing up.
government, do you mean like youth centers as well?
No. Governments as a whole. Governments control budgets.
Like how the country's set up, basically.
The government control budgets, yeah. So if governments push a narrative, right, that's already going to affect your parents regardless if you're not in a 2-parent home. So that's one factor of it. If you're in a parent home where, for example, like, let's be clear, not all people should have children. Because a lot of people have
100%.
have trauma which
100%.
supersedes and it's
And they're
pushed
just
onto their
they're
children.
passing it on.
Right, yeah. Then you will have, for example, if you do have kids, and I've been around girls like this, yeah, where that's my baby father, rah, rah, rah. And I was like, don't you think it's disrespectful to refer to the father of your child as baby father? No, but he's a baby father. But I said, would you like someone to call you baby mum? No, but I'm not baby mum. I said, so it's counterproductive anyway. And I said, listen, I don't know your situation. It's not for me to know your situation. But the way you react to it, and I don't know you like that, yeah, we're in a drink up, right, yeah, you're doing all the rah, rah, rahs. I said, the way you're reacting to it lets people know that it still burns you and you're not over it, which as a whole could affect your daughter moving forward because your energy towards it is so high. I'm not saying you have to be over a situation in totality, but you need to be at peace, in my opinion, to be the best version, the best parent you can to your child. Listen, my mum and dad didn't get along, right, yeah, and my mum making the odd comment, right, yeah, which was cheeky. My mum never blasted my dad in front of me, ever.
Likewise.
Right, yeah. All she said was, when you get older, you'll figure it out.
But it shows in your character, though. You see it in your character as adults. You're reasonable people. So,
To me, I'm logical, yeah. Don't get twisted. I have emotion like everybody else. If I talk to someone and they lack the capacity to understand certain things, I'm switching off. It's not for me to save everyone. I'm not Jesus. I'm not a pastor. Like, it's not my role in it. I'm not an ordained minister. Like, and I hear you when you say, like, whose role is it? The role is for me, the role of these people to change things is everyone's.
Yeah,
If
it
you
has to be the whole community now.
If you want change for what you have, everyone in your circle has to be like-minded. Whether you're going to church, whether you're going to the mosque, whether you're just caring about your general community, you have to do it. For example, if you don't want police to be to have their footprint, in your community leaders have to be there. And this is where it goes into the other subject I had written down. Do you agree or do you disagree that when we're looking at, because Young Tef came out and spoke about this the other day, people look at rappers and athletes as current community leaders?
And that's
part of our problem.
That's part of our problem, though. Do you get what I'm saying? That is one of the main parts of our problem, because let's be honest.
But has social media made it like that as well?
Social media's made it like that, but at the same time, no, actually, before social media, it was like that. Because I go back to my brother's generation, So Solid were their heroes. Like that, my brother's generation, So Solid. Like, I remember, like, this is back then when they used to, like, have the, pages and whatnot. And, like, oh, yeah, you can sign up and you'll get a text message from So Solid every week or something like that. I saw how he worshipped that. Do you get what I'm saying? I saw how he was looking up to them kind of things. In our community, that's the biggest problem we have. There's not a balance. We don't have a balance.
Do you think also that was why, or not why, but do you think sometimes maybe they didn't see enough black people?
Exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
In that frame.
Exactly. Right? And that's why I say to you, right? That's why I said...
We've had Sir Trevor McDonald on ITV News for flipping 40 years, bro.
Yeah, but, you know, he's corny. Like, to the average black person, he's corny. That's
corny,
the way we are.
A man that came from an inner city area to go on to do well.
Yeah, we're silly. But a lot of this as well, and a lot of responsibility is on the girls as well, though. So, the black boys, and what the black boys think is cool is what the girls promote is cool. So a lot of black boys go into certain things because they... listen, I watched a RTM podcast the other day, and what's his name? Funky D.
Funky D.
Yeah, so he spoke about how he...
And then like, are you going to bang Funky D?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he spoke about how he kind of joined the roads, and it was... I think he said something about he was
trying to impress girls.
He was trying to impress girls, and they asked him, "Are you a ghetto boy?" And they're from like New Cross, that region. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a ghetto boy." But he said his cousins were ghetto boys. But he was like, they were asking, so I'm there, like, yeah, like. But for me, it's like a lot of people did things to impress girls back in the day. Like,
yeah, but I still find that not weak, but it's just like
I can understand it, but it depends.
on
how you're raised, though. Like, then, like, oh yeah, us when are going out to go do X, Y, Z, you coming? Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm gonna chill. Oh, you're not on nothing, bro. It's not for me. Something happened now. Man can't tell me why you didn't back it. At least I was real and said it's not for me.
I wasn't on it. I told you I wasn't on it.
I'd rather be a wolf than a sheep, bro. I've been
100%.
I've always been like that though. Like I know people. I know people like that.
That's a character check though. Like, yeah, I say this all the time. I went to a primary school which was predominantly black, right? Yeah, in like Wandsworth Road, like Vauxhall sides, to go into a secondary school which was 90% white. My year had 3 black boys in it, and I went to school in Morden. So for me, that's a culture shock to me anyway. So I'm going there and I'm having to adapt to the people around me and knowing what's good for me. To then be like, okay, cool, to go to college, which was 90% black. So I've gone back, right? Yeah. To then go to a black uni.
Black,
no,
white.
but to go to a black uni. So then even then, you're constantly adapting because you're seeing how certain men move. Okay, cool, I drive this girl like me because I have this. You know what I'm trying to say? You're constantly adapting. When I'm looking at things like a few years ago, Anthony Joshua was the guy.
Yeah.
He was the guy. But it falls into the ick factor of it being just be pretty and don't speak. Because the minute he started talking
and losing.
Yeah.
But even
before he started losing. Even before he started losing.
When he started talking, it became...
it was better if you didn't say nothing. They asked me a question. Dizzy Ross was the only person that said, no, you're not going to angle me. Listen, I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say?
I preferred it if he just didn't rap AJ. But
so do you think they're silencing black boys, or they're not?
The only person who is a musician or ex-musician that I like when they speak, because they speaking with intelligence and you can't silence a voice, is Akala. But Akala's intelligent anyway and has the masters to prove and the history to prove. So when people are doing certain things, he argues facts where people can't ignore him. When people argue emotions, people switch off. I don't
100%.
personally like when Young Tef said it. Right? Yeah, I don't want to hear a rapper or an athlete unless it's part of your nation or you feel strongly about it and you understand. Talk on a subject. I don't like seeing people pushed into avenues where they don't have the information and you're forced to talk about something that you don't do it.
Oh, 9 times out of 10, they probably don't even like it themselves.
You know why Nipsey meant so much to his area, his hood, to his people, to his
And to
gang,
Eritreans.
right? It's because he wasn't the washed hood guy that says stay off the roads. Didn't know he bought shops, he bought blocks, he bought
And he
he
hired
hired
them.
people. He he gave people jobs, opportunities. He created a community. He was buying back his community. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I said when we get the guy that's off the roads and now he's going around doing anti-gun crime talks. Listen, bro, I've heard it, man. We've seen it before. We've all seen it. You just had no way of making money and now this is the only way you can make money. Listen, the truth is we need to get academics. We need to get lawyers, black lawyers. We need to get black doctors. We need to get black people that work in property. We need to get black people that do other things other than we're on the roads.
Even
and we need to get them talking
You know
to
that black
young
guy
kids,
goes-
telling them guys on the roads are washed.
You know that guy that goes around, I think he's in Northwest, that takes knives off the road and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he's doing more.
He's actively doing something
Yes.
though, so I can't even knock him. Like he's not talking. Like he's not. There's some other guys I see. They go outside. They was outside the hair shop and they start chanting. Like they do like chants and that. Like we're not gonna back down from police. Don't shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. We're here in Croydon and we're protecting people. Listen, whoever you're trying to protect, the sad reality is
You're not helping them.
it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. At least this Farron, I think his name is Farron Paul. Farron Paul.
Something like that, yeah.
He's actively taking away knives. He's actively doing it.
But saying that
I
as well,
respect that.
Gabs, that is dangerous as well.
It's dangerous, but you know what? Put yourself on the line. Put yourself on the line. I respect it. Put yourself on the line. Don't do all this talking. Go outside and change things.
Respectfully. Yeah.
Go outside and take these knives away from you. And you know what he's doing? He's not just taking knives. He's taking them and he's giving them vouchers. Go JD, go get yourself some trainers. He's not just saying drop your knives. No, what do you mean I've got beef? What do you mean drop my knife? My arms around the corner. No, I can't do that.
Even my friend called me yesterday, yeah, and obviously he spoke to me about when we spoke about the 15-year-old girl and she was linked to the 15-year-old girl because it's a family member, innit? And I said, for me, I said to her, firstly, I apologise if I said anything out of pocket. I
Yeah.
said, for me, it's not the fact that it's sad that she passed away. I said it's sad that the energy directed towards her was on a higher level because she was a black girl that went to a private school and the optics is her family wanted her out the area to do better than the 13-year-old who got stabbed on that day or a few days later where the energy weren't the same. I said when it's a young black boy, the argument is, oh, he must have been involved in gun crime, he must have been involved in that lifestyle. It can't just be, I'm a little kid going to school and man, am I moving mad. And I said, that's my argument here. I just don't like, obviously, because people try to move certain needles and be like, oh, this is why you got to be careful of men and da-da-da-da. And let's not do that.
Yep.
Because now you're creating an opposite argument. Like
Exactly.
people be on the internet saying it's scary for women outside for men. Have you ever been attacked by a man? No, but there's always a job. So you're creating scenarios in your head.
They've got it, yeah.
to pass, not even to pacify men, to put men in certain avenues when you've never experienced that.
The
It's
truth-
always dangerous to women. No, it's not always dangerous to women. It's dangerous for everyone.
For everyone. The truth is, yeah, because that's another thing I was going to say. The people using that situation with the young 15-year-old girl that unfortunately lost her life to a senseless, stupid, hyper-emotional, hyper-aggressive boy, right? The people that are using that to run the narrative that it's not safe for black girls, black boys are outside attacking people, black men are harming women. Shut up. Once again, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because the same black boys or black men that you're saying are outside harming black women are harming black boys at an even higher rate.
Thank you.
You idiot. What are you talking about?
Then the opposing side is, if someone from your race or someone else comes to attack you, you're hoping that the same people who you're demonizing will save
you. So it's like, what are you, all the black men just going to stand there and let it happen?
You can't win.
You can't win.
For losing.
Yeah, would you-
You can't
like-
win.
You can't win.
It's either you mind your business, you're not doing right by the community, you get involved, I'm putting myself in danger where I have a family as well. That's not to say that I'm not going to be like, brother, chill out. But it's also one of the ones that I'm putting myself in the line of fire. I don't know you from Adam. I've got sisters. I've got people that love me. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to risk my life?
Exactly. They're not painting the narrative that all these black men stood there and let this happen. No, listen. That's not a black men issue. There's actually a psychological there's actually a theory when there's multiple people, the responsibility is divided. So no one takes the lead.
Thank you.
I forgot the name of the theory it is, but I learned it in psychology. But it's not a black man thing or a men thing, it's a human thing.
I also think that, especially as I've got older, people, because of social construct shit and scenarios that a lot of men have been in, you judge scenarios, especially when you're not emotionally motivated, as in like you're not angry and you're in a placid mood. You judge scenarios based on what is the danger limit here, and is there a way I can pivot around this? Like, for me, the act of insanity is putting yourself in danger frivolously just because you want to. I can't respawn again if man does me something.
Exactly.
There's no gulag. I'm done. Oh shit. Mark, going on to the next topic. We're going to talk about faking the law.
Oh, talk about black lawyers.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this story, Gabs? A fake lawyer from Kenya. He won all 26 cases he handled before his arrest. So
They need to give him a statue. Or
but then
something.
how far did he get until they noticed? Rah, wait a minute, he's not a proper lawyer.
But
like.
what are you arresting him for? He's done better than most
He
lawyers.
was impersonating a lawyer.
Okay, but fine. I listen. A fake
But then-
lawyer helps me beat my case. I don't think I'm
26
complaining,
cases.
bro.
26 is mad.
It is. Yeah, like-
But if I bucked a man, but respectfully, yeah, there's man that go jail with barristers, yeah, and they get more time, and you
100%.
paid for them to do it, and a man who has no legal
Qualifications, it's
no
just
legal
spanking cases
background,
left, right, and
didn't
centre.
study nothing, no criminology, nothing.
Maybe
Made
I reckon
people bust
I reckon he has studied and everything. Maybe he's just not.
Independently, without being
Yeah.
know, offered. Yeah, that's a lawyer to me. I'll employ him. The bystander effect. That's the name of the theory. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bystander effect. But yeah, no, he deserves a medal.
26 cases.
It's like the young boy that was a doctor, the small black boy. I rate it because he's helping people. If he's harmed people.
Doctor or witch doctor?
No, he was a doctor. Like he was
Okay.
actually a young like black boy, and he was like
Doogie Howser.
Was that his name?
No.
Oh, I can't.
Doogie Howser is,
With a TV show.
Doogie
See, I
Howser
wouldn't
is,
know that. See, that's
oh
how
my
you know I
God,
don't
he's
watch
man
TV
for having a
shows.
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
That's how you know I don't
That's
watch
definitely
TV
not my era.
shows.
That's way
That's
before me,
crazy. But yeah, no, for me, like you've done the job as a lawyer. You've studied what you need to study. You've obviously used it. It's practical. What you've learned, the theory you've learned, you've used it in practical scenarios, and it's been successful for you.
They should give him a bit of a leeway.
They should, as far as I'm concerned, right? What should happen is people should sponsor him. His community should sponsor him. If there was really a community, they should sponsor this guy to go law school and get the right qualifications because you need people like that. 26 cases, that's crazy. And they should sponsor him. Get him in a law school. He's a good guy.
We might as well back himself in a criminal proceedings if he can case himself. Make it 27.
Yeah, back himself.
If he beats that, that's 27. Boy,
I know, right?
27 and that's mad, you know.
That's a good record.
Crazy
That's a
record.
crazy record. So, moving on, yeah, obviously, Princess Pink in here sent me a topic that she wanted to talk about. So, I had no idea about this because I've been off the internet for most of the week. And it was rapists, burglars, and criminals to be spared from jail next week as prisons reach capacity. So, it was basically saying defendants who have been found guilty of serious crimes like rape and burglary will wait longer to go to jail starting next week due to overcrowding in UK prisons. Sentencing hearings in Crown Court will be postponed to control prison numbers, which means those on bail either free to be in the community or be held in magistrate court cells. The decision comes after it was found that 60% of English jails are officially too full, with available prison spaces decreasing from 768 to 651 this week. What's your thoughts on that?
Mad. Like, How many people are you locking up in the first place? Like for it to be like a full house.
I'll be honest. When my older brother's in jail, yeah, even he said the conditions of prisons are not great.
Yeah.
As in, like, even if it's just a rat running past or whatever, it's cold or like it's really cramped and tight anyway. One of my friends, she worked for the prison system at the end of the day, and last time I saw her, she was in Brixton, and they're building a new tower within there. So I think the more the cost of living goes up, more people are going to get done for theft. Then you've got people who have mental health who go to prison, people who are wrong-uns, knife crime, youth knife crime. Like, there's so many variables to it. And remember, you've got the CAT system. So you've got CAT A, CAT B, CAT C. I think there's a CAT D, I can't remember. And CAT A is for like the worst of the worst anyway. Right, yeah. So you're talking like your Ronsons, your Craytons, your those type of people. Then obviously you work your way down based on the severity of your
Crime.
So if you're on a life sentence, you're going to be a CAT A. If you're on a, like, your violent offender, you could be B to C depending on where it's, yeah. Naturally, because we're watching when you look on the news, remove everything we're seeing that's going on, Ukraine, Russia, Palestine and things like that. Remove that and then just look at UK stuff. You got to understand, there's bare rubs people within our country who are committing crimes daily. The scary part of that is, because of overcrowding, is a lot of these people, if they're on remand and they're staying inside police cells or quick quarters, whatever, fine. But if you know, like, for a person where they're burglars and they're burgling in a certain area, they could burgle again. Shenan once, they can shenan again. If you're talking about rapists and as a woman, if anyone who's checked the stats for women, guys who are committing sexual assault or whatever, if 100 people commit sexual assault or rape, the conviction rate is at 5%.
Yeah, it's low.
Which is low.
Very low.
Right, yeah. Which therefore means, okay, cool, you've done this, and if you bust case or you're now allowed outside even though you've been charged, there's a chance that I can be in danger again.
Again, exactly.
So then, it's one of the ones where it's like, okay, cool, yeah, there's overcrowding, but then how do you stop people, how do you lessen crime, right, yeah, especially in a country where the cost of living has gone up, you're not being paid the type of jobs you want to do, like, everything is a bit of a shit show. Now, obviously people are doing stuff under the table, but naturally, give it a couple more years, cash is obsolete. Even for football, we don't pay in cash, you know. Everything's online. There's a club account. If you ain't paid, you get drawn out in a group with your name. Just pay your bread. So, for me, it's an uncomfortable conversation for me, and I wish Kenny was here because I think I would love to hear like what a woman's point of view is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think it's more so, okay, cool, I've got sisters, like I've got family members, I've got whomever else, and the dangers for them. So imagine if they have an essay experience, and then you've got someone, where am I going? What, I've got to move areas because this guy might find me again.
It's insane.
Scary, man.
Yeah, I say they release all the petty people they've locked up for petty things, like weed and that. Release them.
I think the weed one might probably do justice because it's just one of the ones where it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you ain't hurting no woman's.
Yeah.
Man. Do you do it? Do you do it? You ain't hurting a woman.
It's you know, I always find it crazy and funny how people in certain states will get arrested for weed, and then a year, 2 years later, they make weed legal in that state.
Kamala Harris,
crazy.
Kamala Harris, the vice president, making jokes about being about her locking up prison, but saying, well, when she was in college she smoked weed. So you're looking at the same people. Like, if you're like holier than thou, you've never touched weed in your life. Like, I've never touched weed in my life. Totally understand. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going by the law. The law is the law. You can't do it. Fine. But if you're telling me it's now legal in that state, release the people, bruv.
Yeah.
Minor offences.
Yeah.
I'm not hurting nobody. I'm smoking weed. It's weed for me to smoke for myself. And now what? Because you got a little kiosk, you can sell them in the bodega.
Crazy.
Let's have a fun topic, man. I'm gonna ask Gabriel this first. Right, yeah. If you could produce 2 albums, one R&B album, one hip hop album, but by the way, the rapper can't be like top end, and the R&B artist can't be top end, right? Yeah.
You keep me smiling.
So
I know what answer there. That's the
so
thing.
2 albums, 1 rap one R&B one, and 2 producers either. Who would you choose?
Are these projects that are already made? Yeah.
No.
Oh no, I thought you were asking. So a project that's already made, right?
No. If
What-
you could do it, you could pick any artist, any R&B singer, any rapper that's not like your Drakes or your Kendricks. None of the
Current ones or any?
You can't,
Okay.
It just can't be the top 3 now.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Any alive.
Right, yeah.
Let's say.
Thank you. And 2 producers for either one of them.
Okay. So, I would pick. I'm a big fan of Escape, so
Okay.
I'll pick Escape. They would be the first group I'll work with. Then I'll pick Teddy Pendergrass.
You thinking 2 R&B, Teddy Pendergrass as the producer?
No, wait. Can I pick 2 R&B singers?
Mark?
No.
One.
One R&B singer,
What
2
group?
producers.
Oh.
Or group.
Right.
2
okay.
producers.
I'm gonna pick Escape,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do Kanye as a producer,
Okay. That's probably bang.
and then I'm going to.
What form of Kanye? Early Kanye?
Early Kanye,
Okay.
definitely early Kanye, 100% early Kanye, and then I'm gonna do Timbaland, and I think Escape, Timbaland, Kanye, good music.
And hip hop?
Hip hop wise, if I was to pick a rapper, see, I would want to do something mad experimental. So I would want to pick a rapper that isn't known to be.
That's the whole point.
It's tough, you know. The rapper one's tough.
I'll leave you to think.
Yeah, let me think.
Can I go
It's
first?
tough.
for you?
Yeah.
Rapper, I'm picking Push, and I'm gonna give him Hitmaker. I want to hear him rap. On,
Hitmaker.
Yeah, I think it's so left because I think him on Alchemist beats is fine. I think he do Alchemist.
You
beats
could
is
do
fine.
that easily. Yeah.
I want to hear him on a beat, Hit Boy or Hitmaker. Those 2 producers on what Pusha T would sound like. Because I feel like it'll be not out of his zone, but you're gonna hear a different rap style from him. R&B wise, I would take Cleo Soul,
Mhm.
and I would give her Metro Boomin.
That would be
It's
so
not her
different.
style of music.
But that's
I'd
what makes
love
it
to-
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what makes it
I
fun.
think because her 2 albums she's put out recently are like the perfect vibe for the space I'm currently in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like her or something like that, because obviously Metro Boomin is what LMA, innit?
Metro Boomin.
That's
No, that's
Mustard, DJ Mustard.
That's
Yeah.
DJ Mustard.
So
Yeah.
Metro Boomin and DJ Mustard, them 2 for her, and see what
Yeah, see what
Comes
they
from
can think. Okay, cool.
Marcus
I've gone with Marsha,
Ambrosius.
um,
Shock.
Timberland, and Black Milk to produce the beats.
Okay.
Then rapper, I've gone with Graft,
What graft? UK graft.
US,
Okay.
Madlib, and Alchemist.
That is. I'm not shocked.
That would be sick for me.
Producer wise, I'm not shocked.
That would be sick. But then I also thought of Anderson .Paak and
Anderson Back sits between the 2 of them.
and Madlib. I would
Like
love to.
they work together.
Have they? On what?
I thought they have.
On what?
So when
He's worked with Knowledge.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking Knowledge. Ignore me.
Yeah. So I would love to hear that sound.
Alright, I've got it. Kodak Black and Just Blaze.
Oh yeah.
I
That
just
would
think it'll be
sound cold.
weird. I think it'll be weird. But I think Kodak Black is intelligent enough to make it sound good. And he's good with rhythm. And this is the thing in Kodak Black. So
People forget that Kendrick called that Black song.
that's what I was going to point at.
Bro,
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever hear them on a song together. And 2, the way, remember they were on the same beat. The way Kodak raps on that, his diction is done so well, and the way he enunciates words, it's very hard for you to copy
Yep.
how he raps.
Kodak is more he's more talented than people think
Yeah,
he
he's a
is.
very good
and he
technical
knows,
rapper.
Exactly, and he knows how to adapt. Because I was listening to, you know, the Sierra song "So What." Who was that? So What? It was yeah. So
So
Jazzy Fizzle obviously made the beat for that. Oh, Jazzy Fizzle's a crazy producer.
He is a crazy producer.
Oh, Jazzy Fizzle's mad.
Jazzy Fizzle,
But
E40.
he
Yeah,
crazy.
that,
Jazzy Fizzle. So he's made the beat for that, but then he's tried to create like a modern version, and he gets his singer, and he got Kodak Black, but Kodak Black just matched the vibe of Field Mob. when they made it with Sierra.
course.
And it's
Field Mob was sick.
they were good. They were good. And it's like Kodak Black, it's like he was able to tap into it. So I know he's an intelligent rapper. And even when I hear him as a writer, I know, listen, Kodak Black knows what he's doing.
No, I think it's because he was around from young. You just thought he was super rubbed, and you have to look at like all the rappers that came out his generation before. There's only a few of them are still around, and he's prevalent. He's not around. He's actually actively prevalent around everyone. So you got to give man.
You got to give him
props.
his. Nah, you know what? I'm changing the Just Blaze to Jazzy Fizzle. You know, Kodak Black and Jazzy Fizzle will make bops, straight bangers. Yep.
Oh, I've got one more.
Go on.
They've never done an album together though. Busta Rhymes and Knots.
What's around to who?
Knots, the producer.
See, I don't know too much about Knots.
Knots is a sick producer.
So
His
I'ma
bass
listen
lines
to him.
alone,
I'm gonna listen to him because
sick.
Busta Rhymes is a good person to work with though. Imagine working with Busta Rhymes. That would be crazy. Energy in a room would be insane. Insane.
I think Busta. My favorite era of Busta is probably 94 to 2006.
That's when he was more weird and creative.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Like, and when he was like with like a tribe called Quest, and then he had
Leads a new school.
Yeah, like that's the era because my dad's a massive Busta fan. So like I've been hearing that and DMX for ages.
You know when I'm around like these younger people and they think they're alternative and they started it or they're like alternative. I'm like you lot are
It
so
does make me
dumb.
laugh.
I'm like you lot are so dumb. You didn't see the old school Busta Rhymes videos. You didn't see. I remember I was in the studio with Harley and she was she was at the stage where she was going through a phase where she was wearing
Ludacris.
Missy.
Yep. She was in a phase where she was wearing all black and gothic stuff and stuff like that. So I remember we was watching So Solid 21 Seconds. And she was like, wait, they're dressed like goths and they're wearing flares. And
No, you're dressed like them. Stop
I'm
it.
like, oh my God.
You
I'm
know-
like, he's like, this thing
fashion
created
does
everything.
this- Yeah, like create fashion does
Yeah,
this.
you lot think create, yeah, like,
It
and
goes
it
around.
recycles. Same with like every generation. It came before. It always comes before. Like,
Do you remember when music had them synths? It was a very synthy.
what type of what genres?
It was a hip hop R&B. There was a point where it was just bare synths.
See, I can't remember that.
There's a song.
I'm too young. I'm a baby. I'm joking.
There's an Outkast song there called "She Lives in My Lap." You can hear this. Yeah, you can hear the
tune.
synths in it. It goes zip, 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 zip.
What's the? Oh, I was having a conversation with my friend. The scariest song I've heard in my life. Yeah, it's that what's it song? Da na 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 na. Oh, Immortal Technique.
Yeah, scariest.
That I don't like listen to.
I heard that when I
no,
was in year 8. I've never heard a song.
that
again.
song is mad.
I've never heard it again.
I heard it the other day,
Nope,
and I
nope,
deeped it. I'm like,
nope.
yo,
Nope, never again.
nah.
Never again.
And you know, he actually breaks down what he's talking about, and you have to be overly lyrical, like, and in your mind have a vivid, like,
The guy was being a crime and they forced him to arch.
yeah,
and
and
his mum, innit?
and that was his mum.
Yeah, no.
But he was basically talking about the song was addressing the crimes we commit against women in our community.
Yeah.
It didn't land.
But the way he's done it is like, yeah. There's a couple other scarier songs, but
Do you think Eminem's music has aged well?
I've never been a
Based on
fan
how
of it.
sensitive people are, no.
As not
based on
not
quality of music.
not just what he's rapping about,
Quality of music.
but just the production as well.
Yes.
I've never been a fan of Eminem, so
My
I
favorite
can't
Eminem
even.
album is Recovery. The album's amazing.
My favorite, the first two.
Slim Shady's amazing, but I
Did you man like Eminem? Did you man like Eminem? Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Interesting.
wasn't my favorite.
'Cause
He wasn't my favorite white rapper, but he's.
Who's your favorite white rapper?
He's gonna look at me mad.
Who?
Mac Miller's always been my favorite white rapper.
Mac Miller's cold.
But I grew up. The reason why
Ooh.
Mac Miller's the year below
You don't
me.
think he? Mm.
Mac Miller's the year below me, and I started listening to him in college. The same time I started
So
listening
like
to Nipsey.
Kool-Aid and frozen
then,
pizza, that type.
So
Yeah.
Cool Kid. So I got to listen to him progressively, and he got better as he got older.
And better. Yeah.
Like, if you're thinking about, when I think about other white rappers, who was there? Eminem was the main one. Yellow
Bubba
Wolf's
Sparks.
there. Bubba Sparks survived, but he wasn't.
He had a couple.
Yeah, but
No,
he
that
wasn't custom-
first album.
Yeah, but I wouldn't custom as that type of rapper. It's like
Yeah.
me putting
You got
Pitbull.
Evidence.
Paul Wall. No.
Didn't rate him as a rapper.
You didn't rate Paul Wall as a rapper?
No.
You know what?
Era is Mike Jones.
No, Mike Jones is one of my favorites. Mike Jones is one of my favorites. Mike Jones
favorite what?
was one of my favorite out of the South. Like out of this, like the Southern rappers. Think about the Southern rappers.
Ludacris, T.I.
I put
Lily.
T.I.
Are you
T.I.
serious? Are you
not
saying
a
that?
T.I. fan.
T.I. bro.
Are you
Mike
saying
Jones is way better than T.I. bro.
Behave.
Way
We're
better.
not-
than
we're not
T.I.
talking.
Young Jeezy.
Mike Jones is
Gucci
better than Young
Mane?
Jeezy. Mike Jones is better than Gucci Mane as
He's
well.
not better than Ludacris.
Oh, Mike Jones. Are we
Ludacris.
talking about the same Mike Jones?
Red Light
Mike Jones,
Oh my
Red
days.
Light District as an album or Food and Liquor as an album.
the theatre one as well.
No, forget that one.
What's the...
But yeah, Ether's everything Mike Jones ever put out.
No. What's the first Mike Jones dropped on the... Hey, little mama, let me holler in your ear. Tell you things that I know you want to hear. On the Marcus Houston song.
I don't listen to
Naked.
the
Alright, cool. Listen to Mike Jones' flow. The way he comes in.
We're not talking about flow. We're talking about body of work as well.
Body of... See,
not
that's
just
the
one
thing.
verse.
No, but Mike Jones had one album, I think. Like, one album.
And you're putting him over all the others.
But
We'll
but Biggie didn't. No, but
That's
Biggie,
like-
we're acting like Biggie had like a crazy body
but
of
that's
work.
like
He
me
didn't have
putting-
it like,
that's
but he
like
got
me
cut
putting,
short. But yeah,
Who does Exhibit C? J Electronica. Yeah, for technical ability, J Electronica is one of the best rappers around. But J Electronica to me can't talk to people like Kendrick or to
so you're
his guy.
So
your
what?
guy.
What you're
Royce.
doing
Yeah.
is you're arguing it based off everything then and longevity. I'm
Yeah.
just talking about price.
no, it's not just longevity though.
If I take-
They've had opportunities to have.
I'm talking about the best Mike Jones versus the best version of T.I.
Of Ludacris.
There's
No, I'm saying Ludacris. I didn't like
Ludacris.
music
No,
like
but
that.
Ludacris
I would,
is
I would,
different. No, but Ludacris
I would
is
say
still
T.I.
different.
I would take T.I. over.
T.I.'s not better than
But that's
Mike
your
Jones.
opinion, and that's my opinion.
I can.
No, Mark,
listen,
I could
Easily,
We're
the
gonna
T.I.
exchange.
tune.
We're gonna exchange Mike Jones
if
songs.
you
The
give-
with
T.I. tune
songs.
over Just Blaze production kicks.
You need to
ass.
show me the T.I. songs because
If
the
you
ones
give
I
me-
yeah, go on.
If you give me Mike Jones' best album versus Ludacris, any of the three Ludacris albums, I can.
No, but
Even
Ludacris is
4,
too good.
5.
I'll pick three.
But
Food and
Ludacris-
Liquor.
Ludacris is a cheat code.
He's too good. He's too good. He's so good. Ludacris
Technically,
is so good.
he's just.
Because even when you look at the what's your fantasy beat? That's grime tempo.
When you say out of the South,
That's like
you say best
grand.
rapper out of the South.
No, he's one of my favorite rappers.
Scar-
out of the South.
Scarface.
Scarface is very
Scarface,
good. He was Tupac's favorite rapper, I think,
By
as
the
well.
way, you've ignored two of the biggest heavy hitters to ever come out of the South.
Outcast.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say something controversial, right?
I will slap the.
No. Listen. Heavy out.
The afro.
Let me drip this
Heavy
juice
out.
slowly.
Heavy out. You know when
I
people
don't
talk.
take free case for
Yeah,
London, I just don't.
No, wait. You know when people talk about Outkast,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I haven't tuned in to Andre 3000 as much, right? But the Outkast I remember
It's Hayo.
made songs that were a bit more parody. So because of that, I never really took in them as individual rappers. Do you get what I'm saying? So I never took in Big Boy. I hear about Andre 3000 being very good, but I've still not had the opportunity to take him in individually because the Outkast I remember watching was the Outkast. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Pause again.
What? Oh,
You took them individually.
crazy. Big Boy as well. Oh, man.
You took Big Boy individually.
That's crazy.
Okay.
But Outkast, right? Outkast. Who would you say? So you would say just Three Stacks, and who would you say would you rate Big Boy?
I rate Big Boy.
I don't know.
Really?
Him, CP Brown, and then Janelle Monáe is part of Outkast. She's extended part of Outkast.
Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
Because Future's literally from Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
3 6 Matthew. was
CeeLo from Dungeon
Oh
Family.
yeah, before that was, but he was in between that and Nas Barkley.
That was before though.
Yeah. I was never a fan of 3 6 Mafia. I liked them separately.
I liked UCJ.
I was never a fan.
And
I liked them separately.
Didn't like.
I was a big fan of Project Pat as well,
Bears
actually.
and Maker there.
But I just like the flow. He's the only one that's got that flow and that voice. So I like it, man.
I just didn't like them. I didn't like them as a collective. I liked them separately.
You don't like Project Pat?
I wasn't a Project Pat fan. I just wasn't.
You just wasn't.
I don't think he's dead. I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's crazy. Because you know what? The other day I posted,
Bobby Valentino shouted you out, innit? I know Craig David did.
he probably, yeah.
I know
he
Craig
did.
David said
But
he-
Bobby Valentino tried to argue because he was like, Oh no,
Continue.
them lot.
Yeah, go on.
Bobby Valentino, obviously, Welcome to the Culture posted something about him not in his prime. He was one of the,
And I'm still in my prime. Bro, you
and he was like, "I'm still in my prime." Like, bro,
I hate when
you're
they do
still in
that,
your
bro.
prime.
You ain't released music.
Still in your
They
prime.
think
You just got fat.
they're still popping.
He's not. Yeah, and
You're loving hip hop, and if your music, we wouldn't care about
his
your...
things, he's fallen off. But I posted the other day, and I was gonna ask you like this actually. So, I remember when my brother went to ATL. This was
A couple years back.
years back, and my brother's older, way older than me. So he went to ATL. When he went to ATL, Swag Surfing was the #1 song. And now you look at it now, it's ingrained in college lifestyle. When you graduate, Swag Surfing, it's always going to be a hit song. Everywhere you go, it's an anthem.
About the Mark and Paul Shine.
Yeah,
that type of music.
yeah, that kind of music. But Swag Surfing's always going to be an anthem, right? In the UK, do we have an equivalent?
Of like a college song like that.
Like a song that would go off anywhere. Anywhere it goes off.
Free songs.
Graduation,
Free songs.
wedding,
Free songs.
anywhere.
So
Talking the hardest.
You think it goes off anywhere?
Pow.
Yes,
Talking the hardest.
Pow.
Pow.
easily.
And what's the other one?
See, but this is the thing.
I would say Miss Dynamite. What the hell is that?
And this has been episode 170 of the Different World Podcast. You can find this DSP on all your favourite DSPs, my personal favourite YouTube. You can find Reese, mine, Mark's, O's, Kadia's, Gabriel's information in the description below. I've been Reese. To my right's been.
Drinks.
Behind the camera's been.
Black people have done it again.
Love and guidance, peace and blessings. And if it ain't snowing,
I ain't going.